Let's begin today's cards of the day with 3 cards for Lyrical Monasteria in DZ-LBT01. To fly anywhere past you when placed on rear guard lets you pay 1 Siana card or trigger unit Soul Blast. If you have a grade 3 or higher Siana Vanguard, to return all of your opponent's front row rear guards to their hand. And while on rear guard at the end of your turn, you can pay 3 energy if you have a grade 3 or higher Siana Vanguard to return herself to your hand. While it's nice to have an easier way of making Siana's extra crit and drive check more active, letting the opponent reuse their on-place rear guard abilities next turn might come back to bite you. Superb viewpoint. Lurumi, while on rear guard during your turn, gets to K power if you have a grade 3 or higher Siana Vanguard. And while on rear guard, you can pay 1 Siana card or trigger unit Soul Blast when she boosts a grade 3 or higher Siana Vanguard to give one of your units 5k power for each of your opponent's open front row rear guards. At most, she becomes a 20k booster behind the Vanguard if all conditions are met. Meanwhile, Netgear calls, she wants her sister back. Finally, Dazzling Twin Stars in Hand's Aster when placed on rear guard lets you return up to one of your opponent's front row rear guards. Then you can pay 1 Siana card or trigger unit Soul Blast to get 5k power for each of your opponent's open front row rear guard. And while on rear guard, you can pay 1 Counter Blast when your grade 3 or higher Siana Vanguard attacks and your opponent has no front row rear guards to stand herself. The first ability just combines Pasty and Lurumi, but Siana finally gets her a standing rear guard at least. And that concludes today's cards of the day. Special thanks to my Patreon members for continuing to support my content creation. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if people are still mad about Siana's LSR artwork.